As their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Watch out.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
56. You don't want now. Pick up the ball. Shit.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Airing one out for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Coming this way. Here we go. Get it.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Jackson got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first. Down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
First down, San Francisco.
Hey, come on. Get in the right room.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Come on, set. Let's go, defense. Our top. It's our top. Check, check. 40's mine. 40's mine.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on,
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Throwing again. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Topper! Check, check. Fresno. You go tight. You got tight.
Here's 2nd and 8. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the set.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Right here. Hey, switch gears.
80 weapon. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I just love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Shift. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Rush in.
They run with Taylor. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey. 4 down.
Deep river.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Turn 2 stop. Check 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Fight.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
1st and 10.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I don't even know why this
Twist on travel. Check go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
50, plant.
Switch up.
General West.
36.
Hey.
The mic. 56 is the mic.
Here we get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
That's fielded in the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Let's go,
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Deshaun Hand, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
First down, San Francisco.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down. From the 16, Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range.
That's caught at the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Now! Hey! Buzz!
Check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A big play to start the drive got them in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
61, matchbox, light, lead dribble.
They go to Johnson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Taylor. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
10 Lobo.
Come on, D.
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Check.
Spin.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Protein spill.
Alert 3.
2nd and 5. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Taylor. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Taylor, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson's pass. Caught by number 11. A gain of 7 yards.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, San Francisco.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch one, watch one.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Topper!
Check.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. Johnson was the intended receiver. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Lions 16-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's going to be a long day.
They begin the drive with Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Brown, 78 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The give to Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue draw quarter. Five.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gator.
56. Bring it. Bring it. Check 3. Check 3.
Check 3. 218. Chopper. Go.
Motion backfield. Mike 56.
Yes, yes.
And watch the lane. Mike 56. 56.
Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm going.
Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Now Jackson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Jackson's pass complete to Deebo Samuel. A gain on the play. 1st down, San Francisco.
Hey, come on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go. Let's blow. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. Big ass. Check safety.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Ready? 30 base.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Ready? 47, Mike, 47. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Moss. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Lions, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.